Welcome back, sacred rebels, to the scroll that spills the tea inside your head. Today, we meet a voice you all know so well. It narrates your life like it's auditioning for a low budget spiritual soap opera. Spoiler alert, it's not you. It's just been living in your mental Airbnb rent free. Let's look at the origin story. Read silently, please. Little you, little old grade 1 you, whatever grade they teach people these days. Reading out loud like a bard on juice boxes. Every sentence full of wonder. The cat sat on the mat. Big win, huge vibes. It's awesome. But then, a teacher voice enters stage left. Read silently now, please. And bam! Like a Jedi mind trick, the voice goes inwards. Suddenly, there's a full time narrator in your brain doing a play by play commentary on everything, even while you pee. And thus, the internal narrator is born. Mildly helpful, wildly persistent, slightly dramatic. Kinda sounds like Morgan Freeman if he'd gone off his meds and studied astrology in Bali. That kind of ruined it. So try that again. It kind of sounds like Morgan Freeman if he'd gone off with his meds and studied astrology in Bali. Much better. So, the narrator, a coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism with a megaphone. At first, it's like a helpful assistant. Reminder, don't die. Also, don't say weird stuff in public. But then, it gets ambitious. It starts to manage your public image like a PR agent on espresso. Rewind your most awkward moments on eternal repeat. Run predictive simulations, even if the weather app would envy it. Suddenly, it's a full-blown plot. Gremlins spinning tales like, they didn't text back. You're probably gonna die alone, or worse. You're evolving, but in a really unattractive way. It doesn't narrate life, it claims it. Like a needy roommate with a label maker tagging every moment. Sorry. Mine. Enter the ego. Stage right, wearing sunglasses indoors. Now things get really juicy. The narrator meets the ego, and they fall in codependent love. Like a rom-com with trust issues. Ego. Protect the character at all costs. Narrator. Aye, Captain Insecurity. Suddenly, the voice becomes a courtroom attorney. Your Honor, my client was clearly provoked by a low vibe energy. A life coach with zero credentials. You're not ghosting, you're protecting your sacred space. A spiritual gaslighter. It's not avoidance, it's divine timing, baby. This voice doesn't want truth anymore. It wants a narrative that flatters the facade, even if it traps you in a story loop with no snacks and terrible lightning. It's a little bonus mini riff or rant, the narrative spiritual glow up, well, sort of. Enter the enlightened narrator. Now it's narrating your awakening like a yoga influencer with a ring light. I'm observing my thoughts non judgmentally. Oh, wait, that was toxic. Delete it. You're not overthinking, you're decoding sacred frequencies at 3 a.m. Now it's cosplaying awareness, but with jazz hands and a smug tone. The moment of awakening. Wait, who's watching the narrator? Then something wild happens. You hear the voice, but instead of obeying like a hypnotized duckling, you pause and ask, hold the enlightenment latte. If I can hear this voice, who's the one listening? Cue the record scratch, cue the existential eyebrow raise, cue the Robin Williams voice yelling, hello! You're not the voice, you're the witness, darling. The great cosmic observer with a backstage pass. You realize the narrator is just a noise. You are the silent stage it dances on. Awareness doesn't say, it sees. And from that space, you can smile at the narrator like a parent watching a kid put socks on their hands and call it a dragon. So, the narrator's still talking, but you've got the mic now. Next time the inner voice starts monologuing like it's a Shakespeare on shrooms, this is just who you are. This is just how things are. Take a breath. Raise an eyebrow. Channel your inner drag queen Buddha and say, "Darling, thank you for your performance, but I'm not buying the script today. I'm improvising." Then walk off into the now. Cape flowing, narrator stunned, ego slightly offended by the awareness. Awakened. Now go live, you. Now, just go to live like you're not being constantly narrated by a slightly panicking squirrel in a cardigan. Unless you want to be, in which case, at least make it funny. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for all the little bloops in between, but I hope you have an awesome day and I love you and I'll see you next time. Bye.